Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and today I want to talk about one of the products that I'm thinking about doing, and a couple other things. Now, if you looked at a video a while back, I was asking for somebody with machining capabilities that was either retired or handicapped, or somebody that would have the time to do work for me and build parts. Now, I want to say right up front, when I said handicapped or retired, I did not mean that to be derogatory or insensitive. It's simply that that's the category of people that probably would fit my needs the best. Not belittling anybody. I really want to get that across. I did not mean that derogatory. I have complete respect for of any group of people. I'm not going to pick anybody out. But a person that was retired probably would be my best bet. A person that was handicapped and couldn't function out in society might still have a machine shop, and if he's running CNC and he can write code, he'd be just as able to make things as anybody, because that's the beauty of a digital thing, of a digital controlled machine. So anyway, long story short, I was hoping to get somebody right in my own state, and I'm still thinking that probably there is somebody in my own state, but they just don't watch my videos and they don't know about it. So I have found, I've got one person that meets my requirements that I found, and I've just started negotiating with him in the very, very early stages. But it looks very promising, and if this turns out okay, I will be having him make parts for me. He is retired, and he does have a CNC shop with a lathe and milling machine, maybe more stuff, I don't know. And as we work through this, it's very exciting for me. This may work out really great. Now, here's my idea. The first thing I want to do is I want to have him make part rings for me, because for some reason I'm getting like 2 to 3 inquiries a day about people wanting to buy just a top part ring, and that brings another story I'll get to in a minute. So I've never done that, and I really don't have the time to turn them out myself right now. It's not that lucrative, because on my lathes it takes me quite a while to do it, and the repeatability isn't fantastic. But and I have always made each part ring to fit each part. That's just the way I've done it. So after looking at some videos and talking to some people, I realized that I've never ever had one of these come back, not even one of them, ever. And I've never had even one complaint on them. So I got thinking about it, and although some people don't agree, and everybody's got a right to their own opinion, I have found that if case of Foster's beer or Molson's, there's a lot of different companies that make this size can. They claim if the beer inside gets really warm and gets shook a lot, that it can produce up to 100 pounds of pressure. I don't believe that. I don't think it's anywhere near that. But anybody that's felt a can of beer that was warm and been shook knows there is pressure in it. And I think if you get a can of beer like that in the back of a pickup or something, driving down a dirt road, it really gets shaking hard, and the pressure builds up and it shakes like that, it does tend to change the shape of the can. And that's the only reason I can think of, other than maybe when they're manufactured, they're not that tight a tolerance, which I doubt, but it could be. We're only talking 5,000 here, but anyway, some are bigger than others, some are smaller than others. So what I've decided to do after looking the whole situation over is to make a ring that on the major diameter of it will work in the biggest pot I've ever seen, the biggest can I've ever seen, and then make a lead-in to start into the smallest pot I've ever seen. Now what that'll produce is, if I have somebody gets a really big can, it'll work fine. But if they get a small can, the lead-in will still drop in to get them started, and when they tap it in, it will just deform the top of the can, and it'll be a little wider right there. Not a lot, but some, which is cosmetically, I don't like it, but it really doesn't hurt anything. And since I'm going to put a lip guard over the top of it anyway, nobody will see it, and from a functional point of view, it won't hurt anything. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, is having him make the ring and make them larger than I have been making them and selling them that way. But I think I'll sell this as a kit if this works out. And this is all up in the air. If I do get him to build the rings for me, I want to sell a ring, a lid, the wick to wrap the pot, and a spine to go underneath the wick to address the flimsiness of these Foster's pots. Because if you make them bigger than 8 inches, you start going up 8 ounce like the QMH, start going to 16 and 20 and 24. The sidewalls are so flimsy that if you hang on to them, they tend to buckle on you. If you're not, you can get by okay with it, but you wouldn't want to forget. If you grab them hard, they'll fold right up. So the spine I'm going to put underneath the wick will cure that. I did that before for some people. And I think that's a compromise all the way around, but the best way to go. So that's where I am on this pot ring, guys. So if people would just quit emailing me and bugging me for these, give me some time here and I'll get these in the store as soon as I can. So I'm Tinny from Indie Bowl Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to be nice, leave no trace, and have a really great day. Bye-bye.